Hey, hello everybody, this is Purge. I'm bringing you guys a pro gameplay. It's going to be mTw versus CLG. This is for the Star Series League. I've been here all morning for the last 3 hours or so. Couple hiccups in the middle there, but going to be finally getting around to mTw versus CLG. So this is going to be the second time that I've seen CLG play today. The previous game they played against Dare and played very, very well, but they have a couple stand-ins currently. Loda is apparently on vacation, so Pycat's going to be captaining for him instead. So it's going to be Pycat captaining. We have Smolgulig standing in as well as Matrim, who used to be on mTw, which is actually kind of funny because now they're playing against mTw. Kind of a weird dynamic there. It's like, oh yeah, I'm going to stand in for CLG today, but then I'm going to play against my old team who kicks me off. That's kind of unusual. Nadahax is going to be playing for mTw. If you guys watch my YouTube videos, I actually did a pro player spotlight with him on my YouTube channel about a month or two ago, so if you guys want to see more from him, go check that out. He's a player from Finland, I believe. Pretty sure that's right. So, first round bans, we see a Chen as well as an Enchantress, an Anti-Mage, Invoker, Darkseer, and finally a Tidehunter. And first pick is going to be a Nature's Prophet, and CLG responds with a Windrunner as well as a Beastmaster. And Beastmaster is like the flavor of the month right now. Holy crap, dude. Beastmaster getting in almost every single game. Almost every single game here. Okay, Matrim actually left. I'm sorry. I guess he did not get kicked out. Did not mean to make misinformation there, but... So Matrim is on the Dire team. Anyways, Beastmaster's been played like crazy recently. Like, he gets played all of the time, mostly because of his Roar being really, really good. But he also has good push capabilities with his Aura. His Aura allows up to, I think, like 38% attack speed increase for the allied team. So in push situations, you're effectively increasing your damage by a very, very large margin. And the Radiant team is going to pick up a Sand King as well as a Vengeful Spirit. I think the Vengeful Spirit pickup right here was very, very important because this prevents the Dire team by picking up the Vengeful Spirit. Venge Aura gives damage, Beastmaster Aura gives attack speed. Those stacked together means tons of damage coming out of a single team. So this is a way for mTw to pick up a hero who is useful for them while also countering CLG from drafting it. Instead, they're going to have to go for a Crystal Maiden, which is not by any means a bad thing, but that is going to be the hero pick. Sand King going to get played this game. I haven't seen him in the last couple games, but he's still a very powerful hero, especially when he's farm dependent, because he can pick up that relatively fast Blink Dagger, and this allows him to do really powerful ulti epicenter in the early to mid game, somewhere around 20 minutes. If his farm is going well, that is what will end up happening. So, and Epicenter does really good AoE damage, and against squishy heroes, at least squishy to magical damage heroes like Windrunner as well as Crystal Maiden, that is exactly who SK is going to be gunning for. Because if you can pick them off with that Epicenter burst damage in those early at the beginning of the team fight, that's a giant contribution towards that team fight being won for yourself. So, mTw will ban out a Priest of the Moon, a hero who's been seeing crap loads of play lately. Dare did draft her last game, and G played very, very well, but he got ganked quite a few times by a Slardar as well as a Beastmaster, so didn't really work out nearly as well as they probably were hoping it to do. And Enigma's going to get banned by CLG now, so makes absolutely understandable. One more pick coming for each player, or from each team. I would ban, I think CLG is maybe looking for a push hero. It's kind of hard to say. Radiant team's currently sitting on slightly more push. Enigma's out of the game, so there's no semi-push coming out of that. I think a Venomancer might be smart. Both teams may want that. And the next pick after the ban stage is going to come to mTw. So if they do want a Venomancer, they may not want to ban him here. CLG may end up banning him. Venomancer probably one of the few push heroes remaining right now, unless I'm forgetting someone, which I probably am. There's always heroes that I occasionally forget about, but the push metagame is definitely the standard at the moment. There's a little bit more ganking going on in the last couple of games today, but there's still always going to be pushing components of any team's lineup because that allows you to take towers, and when you do take towers, you do get that advantage. And it will actually be a Venomancer ban for mTw, so apparently they decided they do not want a Venomancer. They're more likely to pick up another hero, and they also therefore want CLG to not have that option. Shadow Shaman's still in the game, a hero that I just realized. That's probably what they want. I can't believe I didn't think about that before now. That's the hero that I forgot about, but this may result in mTw drafting Shadow Shaman right now. CLG bans out the Ricky Maru, a hero. I don't know if they banned that last game, but I did see a Ricky ban. I think that was Dare banning out Ricky in the previous game, but kind of an interesting ban. There aren't really a lot of heroes on CLG's team quite yet that are super great. That Ricky Maru counter is really, really hard. I guess he's a pretty useful hero against Windrunner as well, but mTw taking their time. I'm still a little surprised they didn't snake up that Shadow Shaman as fast as possible. They have about 10 seconds, though.
5 seconds remaining.
And there's about 50 seconds left on the clock. They will be into the reserve time at the moment. And it will be the Shadow Shaman. So they took their time picking up the hero, but they did actually go for him. That's going to give them a very strong solo hero. The general metagame currently, if there's a Shadow Shaman on the enemy team, you want to gank them often and shut down his farm. It's very important to shut down his farm. And especially his levels. If you can slow him down, it helps out a lot in the mid game, big time. So Dire Team gets to respond to this one. They don't really have any stable jungling heroes. Enchantress and Chen are out, so Crystal Maiden Enchant combo is not going to be possible. Those are usually the kind of heroes that end up ganking Shadow Shaman very often. And Crystal Maiden is very good for that, because not only does she have Crystal Nova for the AoE slow, but also the Frostbite ability, which is like 2 disables there that they can use on Shadow Shaman to keep him shut down. If they can gank him a couple times early, it makes a big impact. He's not as strong ganking the side lanes, he's not as good pushing, and his levels will be behind, so his Hex as well as his possibly Shackle will not be leveled up as high as they may want it to be. And there's about a minute left here for CLG on their next pick. We will see what they end up going for. 56 seconds. They are looking for a support hero, I guess. It's going to be an Ancient Apparition. So, kind of an interesting hero pickup. It's going to allow them to do that AoE Ice Blast ulti that can be great in so many teamfights. They're going to have Cold Feet as well, but currently I feel like the Ancient Apparition Crystal Maiden combo, not the absolute best for ganking, but it'll work. There isn't a lot of tank there. Both of those heroes very squishy, so I would actually like to see maybe a Night Stalker come out of mTw, but they could actually do that. Yeah, they could actually do a Night Stalker. I think a Night Stalker would work really good against the Dire Team. Well, the problem with the Night Stalker is Windrunner Shackle Shot is great against Night Stalker, and Beastmaster Roar is great against Night Stalker. But Crystal Maiden and Ancient Apparition are going to be easily killable, especially Ancient Apparition, because his Cold Feet does not proc until, of course, unless the Night Stalker stands still for a while. But I think something like a Night Stalker would fit pretty well into the ganking lineup coming out of the Radiant team, especially because they need somebody to be aggressive, and there isn't really anyone on their team currently that is going to be like, they're actually going to draft an OD. Cool stuff. So, Outworld Destroyer getting played. I don't think I've seen an OD in a pro game yet, but excited I happen to be recording this one. OD is the exact definition of a glass cannon. He's going to have issues with both Windrunner as well as the Rexar, guaranteed, but his damage potential is ridiculous. He is by far one of the highest damage dealing carries in the game from range, and his ulti is amazing. So if you have a fed OD and he has a gold advantage over you guys and he survives team fights, it's over. That's what happens. You lose the game. Assuming you can't kick him down. They do have a Beastmaster, so they can do very long disables on him, and expect them to be ganking this OD often as hell. But we'll see how this goes. Might see a OD babysat by Avenge. I'm guessing that's what we're going to see. OD kind of needs a really safe lane. You can put a mid, but smoke obviously makes it very easy to gank those mid lanes. Anybody asking in chat, by the way, EG versus Power Ranger is going to be delayed. It's being played right now, but nobody is streaming it. We'll be casting it on the VODs. If not me, for sure, Velat will cast that on the stream later. So Morphling will be the last pick for CLG. That's going to be their hard carry here. So it looks like they are going to probably do a Morphling Crystal Maiden AA tri-lane, perhaps, with a solo Beastmaster and a solo Windrunner. Tri-lane could be used to shut down an OD. That's definitely a possibility. I think that could work out kind of nice. But let's go over the Radiant team quick. For mTw, we have Benser playing the OD. Peppy is playing Sand King. Not a Hax is going to be on the Vengeful Spirit. Cinderin is on a Nature's Prophet. And Tulex is going to be playing the Shadow Shaman. For the Dire team, CLG, Smugglig, is that what it is? Smugglig. Yes, playing the Beastmaster. Aki is playing the Crystal Maiden. Matrim is playing the Ancient Apparition. Miracle is on the Windrunner. And finally, the last hero is Pycat. He's going to be playing the Morphling, so their main captain, Loda, is missing, but he is on vacation currently. So Benser looks like he may be solely mid. I like the extra tango pickups. That's going to be very smart. Tulex looks like he may be playing a support role. Sand King might be doing the same, but yeah, Vengeful Spirit definitely playing support with all these smokes and things. It's a guaranteed support role. And Cinderin's going to do a really quick jungling. I'm sure he will be jungling at least. That's why he's going for the fast Basilius here. They don't really have, unless both Vengeful Spirit and Shadow Shaman or Venge and Sand King do a support role, we won't be seeing Cinderin. We will be seeing Cinderin jungling. Dire team checking out their jungle. Radiant team checking out their jungle. Not going to run into anybody here. Stout Shield up on the Beastmaster, and pretty good stats on Windrunner as well. I like the balance of stats. This is sometimes a very good choice to go with.
The battle
Observer wards being
begins.
placed down, and Radiant team will now go to their lanes. It looks there's a lot of people actually. It's not. It looks like it might be Nature's Prophet solo. Okay, so I guess we will be seeing a support SK with a support Vengeful Spirit. Shadow Shaman's gonna be in the mid lane. Okay, that's why he saved his money going for a bottle. I should have noticed that, but I missed that point. Great play by Tulix here, letting the range creep go first. This will die right off the bat, and that means the wave will now push towards his lane. So he's going to get a slight level advantage, and he gets the deny up. So nicely done there by Tulix. Good little play there. And it looks like an SK support. Is this a tri-lane with an OD? That is really weird. Very weird. I did not expect this at all. Usually you solo ODs, but getting him early farm is very, very important. And with cover from a Sand King as well as a Vengeful Spirit, that'll help out quite a bit. So. And that's going to be up against Pycat, who's playing the Morphling. He's going to be supported by an Ancient Apparition and a Crystal Maiden. I haven't seen a tri-lane versus tri-lane in forever. This is something that was very, very common maybe 6 months to a year ago, but now it's really not done anymore. There's just tons of roaming coming out, so for that reason, no tri-lanes happening. The Banish goes down on the Morphling. You usually want to banish people when you're about to get a last hit, or when they're about to get a last hit, and then you have a free hit on that. Great pull there by Sand King. He's going to be looking to get the last hits. Is Morphling going to be able to stop this? I don't know. Every time the neutral kills a creep here, yeah, right there, that's no experience that goes to the Dire team, so very, very nice to do these kind of pulls, and that one's going to get denied as well, so no gold there for CLG. They're going to lose 2 creeps, no gold or EXP, so every time you can do that pull, you definitely should. And Synderen soloing the bot lane, he's up against a Beastmaster, great lane. This is a good thing for Synderen. Playing that Nature's Prophet, his last hitting is going to be wonderful. It's going to be pretty easy for him to actually get last hits, and he doesn't really have to worry about dying, at least until up to the point when Beastmaster hits level 6. And Synderen's going to keep an eye on the map this way. He's getting solo EXP, he's going to have absolutely full mana, and then he's going to be able to jump on any hero on another lane when the opportunity actually comes up. OD now level 2 with his Essence Aura up. This allows a % chance of any cast coming from his allies to give them an increased mana pool. I don't know how much it absolutely boosts up. Yeah, 25% of your mana pool, so these guys will be casting and regenning mana if they get lucky. We'll see what skill build he goes for, though. Skill builds can go a couple different ways with an OD, but in this case, he's probably going to either max Imprisonment or early, or max out the Essence Aura first. Since he's in a tri-lane, I think Essence Aura might be a little bit more likely, just as a result of it being a tri-lane. More heroes to get free mana out of, so they'll be able to spam spells a little bit. Morphling's got to be really, really careful now. He does have his Ring of Basilius up, but he knows that if he comes up to this creep wave, you could see a Banish with follow-up stuns from 2 heroes, and could very easily see an SK stun off of the Astral Imprisonment. Since there's an AoE, that's unlikely, or at least there's a chance that Morphling will not be able to get his waveform off in time. But the creep wave push will come through. This is 2 waves about. They did counter ward this Observer ward in the jungle, and doing this one as well, very nicely done. But I'm going to clear the creep waves. It's going to be 1 deny there. Very, very important lane up here. You can look at the CS totals so far. It looks like Windrunner has a bottle in the mid lane. Tulix has the same, so pretty equal so far. We can check their numbers since it's kind of a boring game. There's going to be a Shackle, though, on Tulix. A couple hits from creeps, but not going to get a whole lot of it. So mid lane we have Shadow Shaman at 11, the Windrunner's at 13. So 11 and 3, 13 and 4, very, very equal. Bot lane Synderen at 11 and 4, Beastmaster at 15 and 2. Wow, he's doing very good in last hits. So Synderen not playing that Nature's Prophet, not really able to deny the Beastmaster from a lot of last hits, but it makes sense. Beastmaster has a stout shield, he's got a Quelling Blade as well, and there's not a whole lot to do that a Nature's Prophet could leverage to do that. So double gauntlet, we're going to see the initiation, there's the cold, and the AoE's. Not a Hex going to get banished there. He's actually going to, so might be a little bit of a mistake. Not a Hex does get first blooded. Nature's Prophet almost teleporting in. Peppy's on the other side of the wave there, and that is the power of a tri-lane, guys. 3 heroes able to drop their disables off, catching, waiting until somebody gets out of position. It was not a Hex there, got initiated on, and the Banish was trying to keep him alive there, but it was only 1 second, so didn't really help out a whole lot. If they would have casted that as the waveform came through and the AoEs got dodged as a result, that would have been a big deal, but was not able to happen. So good pull now from CLG. Looks like there's going to be a Banish on the Morphling, causing him to, or resulting in him not getting a last hit. Nature's Prophet finding a double damage rune on the bot lane. He's going to run up and grab that one. And there is his fast earn. He still just has a Ring of Protection, so no Basilius picked up quite yet, but he can grab that from the side lane when he gets the money. A little bit more concerned about the fast earn, though, and understandably, I think, because when you do end up ganking, then if you're around for the kill, you get those earn charges, and that's just going to make every gank after that even more effective. Nice deny there by Synderen. So good with the double damage. It's going to make his last hitting for the next 20 or 30 seconds here. Very, very easy. Pycat now pushing out a little bit, getting more last hits. 2 levels in Morph. 2 levels in Waveform Morph does give you a little bit of stats now, so good to adjust his build to that one. And how are the last hits for the OD? That's what I want to know. OD now at 13 and 5, Morphling at 15 and 3, so pretty equal there so far. But if we look at the gold advantage, especially with that first blood, I'm expecting, yeah, dire advantage, 750 and growing a little bit. They're farming slightly better than the Radiant team. It's because they have pulls to do. Look, this is what's happening. CLG can actually pull this lane if they wish to do so. If this tri-lane was on the Radiant bottom, they could be pulling, but there's nobody there to pull at the moment. It's just a solo Nature's Prophet, so that's partially why the Dire team is slightly out-farming them. That's why they have a 300 gold advantage on top of First Blood. First Blood, of course, being 400 gold, so they're only slightly ahead here, but it's a slightly favorable lane arrangement for CLG. They, as of yet, have not been able to make anything happen with the Avenge and the Sand King. Looks like they might be trying to bait something out. Sand King might be able to go for a stun. And yes, they're actually going to catch somebody. It's going to be going on the Ancient Apparition. There's the first stun. Here comes the follow-up. So wow, big ulti from Cinder as well. He's actually level 6, which is a big advantage. They might get a double kill. And immediately using the Urn. Great gank there by mTw. That was really, really good. Cinderin was on that like nobody's business. They saw the heroes. They dropped the ulti. The burst damage that was done to A was ridiculous there. He had no chance of surviving that. And finally, mTw is able to use the ganking Nature's Prophet to their advantage. So great play so far. Juan's going to be coming for Nature's Prophet as well as the Arcane Boots. He has 3 levels of Nature's Call. And this is the point when Beastmaster will have solo farm, but you know, unless he goes ganking or something like that, he's not going to get a lot of contribution. He's actually going to be looking for the rune, but it's not going to be there. Nature's Prophet, I'm sorry, the Shadow Shaman just beat him there. And Cinderin will slowly walk to the bot lane. There's his Ring of Basilius wand with the Urn. Great gank there. That was really great coordination by mTw. They absolutely deserved that double kill. More Banish going down on the Morphling to prevent him from getting last hits. This also lowers down his intelligence, so as you can see, he's down to 221 mana. Not very high by any means. Beastmaster continuing to farm and push out the mid lane just a little bit. Nature's Prophet coming through. He's got 2 Urn charges picked up from that double kill. And gank coming on Windrun on the Miracle. There's the first stun. He does pop Windrun, but the second stun on the Shackle is going to guarantee this kill. Nature's Prophet comes through, grabs a little bit of experience, and is going to transition this into a push. Unfortunately, Nature's Call was just used on the bot lane, so he will not be able to push that there. But as soon as that Nature's Call is off of cooldown, they will try to take this tower. Roster wards are good to go, so I will expect them to do some nukes on this wave. Yes, they do. And there we go, 200 mana, just enough for the spawn, and this is exactly what mTw is planning to do this team fight. Wards get dropped, spawning in 1 second, any second here. Tons of Treants. Doesn't have as many TP levels, but it's not a big deal. Looks like OD went back to base buying power treads. Did he die or something? He did actually get picked off, so in the meantime, getting picked off by Morphling. But they do have a tower advantage, so not a big loss. Beastmaster trying to push out the bot lane in the meantime. 4 levels of Wild Axes and Nature's Prophet ulti being used to slow the pushes on the other lanes. Good usage there. And now trying to push the tier 2 tower as well. SK's coming around the back. I think that was spotted by the Ancient Apparition. Just a magic wand. There's the Wind Runaway. Good play by Miracle to get out of that one. And Peppy also doing a nice job just zoning them out of that. Another spawn. Doing tons of damage to the tower. Power shot will hit the Sand King a little bit, but more destruction. And that's going to be 2 fast towers here. It's going to try to deny that one, but it will not be denied. Nobody getting the last hits, but the gold will be spread evenly across the Radiant team. And Dire team now pushing the top lane in response. Bot lane still alive, so CLG not really able to make a strong response against this, but that's because there's pushing heroes. They don't have as many pushing heroes. They can clear creep waves fine, but they don't have any tank or major damage contribution to doing towers. It's going to be smoke going down, Vengeful Spirit as well as the Sand King now. That did get disabled. It's a little weird. Oh no, sorry, it is up. It looked like he was visible for a second. But the top tower does go down. No last hit from Pycat. Ring of Health picked up. 3 levels of Morph, 3 levels of Waveform. Gonna go for Treads soon. Possibly a Lincoln Sphere. Pretty much guaranteed a Lincoln Sphere. It's like the go-to Morphling build. Especially now that Lincoln's was buffed so heavily. OD now farming on the bot lane. Int Treads as well as a Mill Talisman. You want to boost up. He just hits level 6 here. He hasn't quite skilled himself yet, but looks like Morphling getting a kill on the top lane. It's going to be Cinderin getting picked off there. Probably a Roar. Yes, there was a Roar with some follow-up. Sorry about missing that one. But OD, level 6 now. Still hasn't picked up his ulti. A little weird. Picking up Essence Aura, though. He's got an Orb as well. And the Radiant team's just going to push heavy. They don't really have tank heroes, but I guess they're not too concerned about that. Just going to do as much damage to the tower as possible. Do we have an Aura? Still no Aura levels, so could have an extra 18% attack speed. And there's a Hex. Will we see follow-up? Might not get the Shackle. A little bit of low movement out of Tulux. A nice AoE slow. Maybe it's going to be Pycat. He takes 1 hit. There's the Vanish as well. Cold Snap going down. Or Cold Feet. He will not get disabled. Here's follow-up, though. Out of position, Crystal Maiden. Sand King's going to stun through, catching the Ancient Apparition, and follow-up stun from Vengeful Spirit as well. And there's a courier just sitting there. Is Morphling going to be able to get the kill? Are they going to send it back? No, it's going to stay alive. And they're able to kill the AA. Morphling waves through, trying to get as many kills as possible. He's going to be morphing now, getting as much HP as possible. Gets stunned now. Axis coming through. A lot of damage being done. Vengeful Spirit cleared out by Axis, and Pycat's going to survive. The power of Morphling, man. As you can see, transferred all of his agility and strength to get some nice heals up. And are we going to see the nuke? Needs just a little bit more mana. Not able to pop the nukes, and Shadow Shaman will get picked off. Shadow Shaman trying to get Morphling, but not able to do so. And the Urn may end up getting the kill. It's going to be close. Urn will not score the kill. Cinder going to get picked off as well. As CLG doing such great team fights here. Windrunner getting a triple. Great plays by Miracle. Phase Boots are up on him. 7-5. Very active game so far. And the gold advantage dead even. Great plays in this game so far. Those Axes, man, did you see them cleave up the Radiant team? They are all grouped up right here. Axes just cleaved right through them all. Picked off a couple heroes, and especially in the early game, Axes do composite damage, so it's half physical and half magic, which means that low HP and low armor heroes at this point of the game get hurt very heavily by those wild Axes. Words up on the high ground now. Vengeful Spirit with boots. 3 levels into stun, 2 levels into Wave of Terror. And Shadow Shaman now pushing out the bot lane, Bottle as well as Arcane. Cinder going to do the same, going for fast mech. Wards are popped down. They want another gold advantage here. Tulek's taking a little bit too much tower damage, but he will pop his Bottle up here. It's not a big deal. And the Treants are just going to right-click right on the tower, which will tank it up and prevent the wards from taking damage. So we may see a counter ward. Waveform coming through. Ooh, tons of damage done to Tulex. He pops the wand, but that's going to be his death there. A little bit over aggressive, and wards are going to try to get the last hit on the tower. Are they going to be able to? No deny there. Great play. Treants almost getting the last hit. Might have been a catapult or something, but that was a good save there. If the Dire team would have been able to get that deny, that would have been a pretty big loss. But Shadow Shaman dying again, not a good thing. He does have a gold advantage, but he's only level 8, so the rest of his allies actually kind of low as well. 5s on Vengeful Spirit as well as Sand King, so if we check the gold graph once again, Radiant team will be bouncing up. I don't know if this takes into account the tower or not, but you know, they have a pretty big tower advantage, up to 2. A 2 tower advantage. Oops. Close everything. Benzer now 900 gold. So you have an item coming, possibly some more. Yeah, he's going to be going for a Force Staff. Force Staff, very good on OD. His ultimate does extra damage if you have an agility or an intelligence bonus over your enemies. So Force Staff not only boosts up his ultimate power, but it also gives him some nice survivability, which OD very much needs since he is totally a glass cannon. Windrunner very close to the mechanism now. Here comes the A ulti. At the same time, though, there's a disable. Perfect time to banish a Windrunner. And the A ulti will land. He's going to back up from that. Playing very smart. Any nukes on these guys could cause them to die. Shackle and Nadahax not going to see a power shot follow-up. Beastmaster also in position. Power Treads going for a pipe. After this, he's got his ulti ready to go. 1 level of Inner Beast means great attack speed for his allies. And Crystal Maiden going to go do some warding. I love the single tango pickup on Crystal Maiden. The reason that she purchased this is because she expects to get sprouted by a Nature's Prophet upcoming later in the game. They do have Beastmaster Axes as well as a Power Shot which can clear trees, but just having this tango picked up will not only allow her to heal up in a team fight, but if she gets sprouted, she can eat a tree out and continue just to get out of the battle. So looks like Shadow Shaman may be rushing a Blink Dagger. He's very close to that. Could be very useful for ganking Morphling especially. He's quite high on strength numbers, and he's actually sitting on strength treads as well. He hasn't picked up a Ring of Aquila yet, but I expect he may go for it. We'll see. Ring of Aquila, a very good item for Morphling. Tower on the top lane, taking some decent damage, and that's just a Windrunner doing that damage. He does have enough for Mechanism now. And Peppy in position, going for a stun. Here comes the... Nope, not going to be fighting the stun out. Shadow Shaman does buy the Blink Dagger. Yeah, looks like he did leave the lane, teleported somewhere else. Now he is up to level 9. Just a decent amount of farming going on right now. SK in position to maybe stun, doesn't have his epicenter quite yet. Support SKs are not as good as farmed SKs, but this is just kind of what mTw had to pick up for their lineup, so SK not able to have his epicenter yet is a problem, not to mention he doesn't have a Blink Dagger. He's actually at 1,000 gold, so he probably is going to be farming for that, but here comes the smoke gank. Here comes the big team fight. Roar will go down on Cinderin. He's not in Ice Vortex. There it goes. No, still not yet. Great stun from SK. Going to keep Cinderin alive there. Giant play, but he does get frozen in place. Aki now in a little bit of trouble. Here comes the wards. Great play from Tulex getting that kill. Roar now on the Vengeful Spirit. Vengeful Spirit gets banished. And here comes the Epicenter. Great play by mTw. Now able to pick off the Beastmaster as well. That was so good. Holy crap, man. That was amazing damage control. Seriously, guys. I'm not overestimating that in the least. If Cinderin got roared, Cinderin would have died. Guaranteed. Great stun from Peppy. Stopped that initiation. Stunned, ran out immediately. And as a result, Cinderin survived. 2lex had the TP support. Blinked in, dropped wards, killed the Crystal Maiden. Wards did good damage. And they banished the Rexar as the Sand King channeled his ulti. That was just absolutely beautiful. mTw completely deserved that teamfight win. That was so good. They killed all those heroes. They didn't lose a single hero, despite the gank being from CLG. So that was really great play. Radiant team now backing off. OD is very close to his 4-staff. He's about 100 gold away. Then he will have that item. Going to be able to use that on allies to keep them alive. Cinderin still does not have his mechanism. Looks like it may be coming, perhaps. And yes, it is. 4-staff, chainmail, buckler, recipe, good to go. So they will have their mechanism up. Mechanism going to be very nice to keep the OD alive. When his HP is this low at 834, mechanism will make a big difference. And just to prove things out to people, Essence Aura level 4 does not let you auto-attack with the Arcane Orb. He actually got a little bit unlucky here, and as a result his mana pool very low. Now he's going to have a team fight. There's the Arcane Boots. That will give him at least an ultimate. Peppy thinking about ulti, and there's a Shackle. It's not going to latch, though. Power Shot will come through and miss everybody. But the Dire team wants to take a tower here. There's the Wave of Terror. Doing a little bit of minus armor, giving some vision on the enemy team. They do have a Roar. Looks like everybody on the Dire team is ready to go. There's even a DD up on Windrunner, but that's about to run out. So I don't think CLG is going to want to fight this. Actually, Shadow Shaman going in. There's the Hex on the Beastmaster. Might get a Shackle off early. A ulti. Wow, so much damage being done. Mech does go down before the A ulti hits, though. And looks like OD trying to do as much as he can, but he's doing virtually no damage right now. Sand King gets killed, Rasta gets killed, 4-staff sends the OD back. He wasted all of his mana casting Arcane Orbs on neutral creeps, and now he can't do orbs. He didn't even get to cast his ulti in that teamfight. Stunned now on Windrunner. SK coming through as well. He's got an ulti in 10 seconds. Going to be casting that pretty soon. Cinder gets picked off, though. Triple kill for the Beastmaster. Aki getting follow-up. No, not going to be able to score that one. And will they be able to defend the tower? Vengeful Spirit's still up, so he can do Wave of Terrors and stuff, but this is the problem with CLG's lineup. They don't have tanks, so if this creep wave gets cleared, that's all they have. And Cinderin has a bunch of Treants up that can at the very least pull the creep wave past, so they will be able to throw some axes at least and clear that creep wave, but I think this tower will actually go down, so they take the teamfight advantage and they win that out. But seriously, OD, no mana. Huge mistake. He's auto-casting orbs on neutral creeps. He was praying for Essence Aura procs, but he didn't get him. He just didn't get him, so he gets unlucky, had no mana pool when the teamfight happened, couldn't even throw down his ulti. He has 80 intelligence, so if you look at how much damage that would have done, he literally has a 48 intelligence advantage over almost all of these heroes. So 80 times 8, or I'm sorry, 40 times 8. So that is 360 damage, I think, if my math is correct. It may not be, but... So that's a pretty big AoE. Also can reduce their armor, or I'm sorry, their intelligence, if the damage threshold is low enough. If they take less than the damage threshold, they lose all of their current mana. So, yeah, it would not have procced that. But at the very least, the AoE damage would have been nice against heroes like Crystal Maiden as well as Ancient Apparition, especially AA. Look at his HP, 644 right here. Very, very low stuff. I'm sorry, it's 3200. I realize now. Close but no cigar. Alright, Sand King now pushing on the top lane, level 6, he's going to stun through, getting some farm, he needs to get up his Blink Dagger. If he can get up his Blink Dagger, he can then channel his ulti and then initiate. Doesn't have any levels of Caustic Finale quite yet. Shadow Shaman level 10 going towards his level 2 ulti. That's going to be a nice little adjustment to their damage. There's a couple pings, I don't know whose team that was, I think that was Radiant, or Dire team. Pinging the Roshan. I think they may be concerned about going for it. Crystal Maiden maxing out the Nova as well as the Frostbite. You may be confused why there's no aura levels, but that means she's able to contribute much more in these early game team fights. And if they have a couple Arcane Boots, it's not a big deal anyways. And they actually have... Do they have 0 Arcane Boots here? Yeah, they don't have any Arcane Boots quite yet. So, arguably an interesting pick, but a lot of their heroes are pretty mana efficient at the moment, so I don't think it's a big deal. And this way, the Frostbite as well as the Crystal Nova able to do lots of disable at this point. Mechanism as well as the earn up on the Nature's Prophet, 400 gold, and nothing really new, kind of a little bit of a lackluster point of the game. Vengeful Spirit is level 6 at least, so there will be some swaps coming out. Arcane Orb being used to get some blast hits, level 9 on OD now. His level advantage isn't really that high, but that's pretty much because of the fact that he wasn't a tri-lane at the beginning of the game, so he is proccing some Essence Auras here, no problem at all. And the Dire team kind of Median up. Looks like they might want to do a smoke or something. Do we actually have a smoke? We do not. But Mech is up, going for Force Staff next on Windrunner. Windrunner Illusion, going to scout a few things out. And Beastmaster stacking this up. If you're there, guys, you might as well stack it up. Extra Illusions, I'm sorry, extra Ancient Creeps being spawned, so somebody's going to come through there later and clean that up. Not sure who it's going to be, but as long as it's on your side of the map, usually you can make sure that you get the farm. Crystal Maiden putting in a ward on the high ground. Good ward positioning. This will give the Dire team vision of the tower push as they come up to it. And mTw is actually going to back up, popping the smoke on the OD as well as the Sand King. Shadow Shaman eats the nuke. There is a double damage up. OD is going to pick that up. Double damage. It's going to be doing a lot of damage if they can find somebody. Crystal Maiden in the jungle. Peppy may be the one to get the vision. And it is nighttime, so they actually can't see each other. If we check the vision, he doesn't see the Crystal Maiden. He's looking for him, though. Not going to spot him, and the smoke has gone away, so he knows that somebody's close, and there it is. He's going to find the Crystal Maiden. Stun goes through, great stun. OD going to clean this up easily, doing tons of damage. TP's support's coming. It's going to be a Windrunner as well as the Morphling. Morphling starts off with an adaptive strike. Nature's Prophet teleports in, does decent damage. A coming through as well. Tulix is going to get dropped down. He will get picked. Nice banish from the OD to keep him alive as long as possible. He will come through here, possibly surviving. Morphling wants that kill, but are they going to be able to save him? Great save so far. He's got a full wand. Is he going to pop it? No. Nice disables now on Pycat. And is the damage going to be enough? It will be. Roar now on 2lex. 2lex almost going down. Beastmaster wants his kill, but he's not going to get it. Great banish by mTw and another great epicenter. He's got his pipe, but it doesn't matter. Great team fight from mTw. That was absolutely wonderful. Great plays by Benser, keeping this Rasta alive. That is the hero that they want to keep survivable. Get his arcane boots up. Let him cast more hexes, more shackles, and they're able to clean up the entire Dire team. I'm pretty sure they killed everybody there and kept them all alive. Look at that gold jump back there. Team fights, their team fights are so great so far, playing really, really great coordinated games. There's the mech. It's going to guarantee this tower loses, or goes down at least, and they're going to transition this into the next stage of the game. OD going to pick up a Mytho Hammer, probably going to be a BKB now. Man, that was good. Holy crap. They are playing so good. Pycat may have a Lincoln Sphere. Ooh, he still does not. He's had these items for a while now. I don't know if he bought back or something. He did buy back. Wow. Morphling bought back just now. Losing about 500, 600 gold there. Decided not to go back into the team fight. Unless, did he die at the start of the team fight? Yeah, looks like he died. Beastmaster got killed. So he bought back before Beastmaster died, and he almost went back into the team fight, but decided against it. I think that's what happened. But missed buyback for sure. That's gold that he could have his Lincoln Sphere right now, but he doesn't have it. So loses about 600. He gets a little farming time at least, so maybe he actually cleared a giant creep wave or something. Who, for all I know, is worth it. But a little bit of an interesting purchase there. Blink Dagger is up on the Sand King, so looking good for mTw. All the pieces are falling together. All the support heroes are pretty well farmed. Drum of Endurance up on Vengeful Spirit, so he's actually going to be contributing quite well. And with the Blink Dagger up on Sand King, he's going to be doing those epicenter initiations. That is going to be absolutely huge. OD running into a Windrunner now. Oop, there's a 4-step back. He's going to blink out. Ooh, I love the play by Windrunner. Or OD. Very cool play. Nighttime, first of all. So unlikely for him to see that. So just got as far away from the Windrunner as possible and teleported out. That was the best way to survive there. That was really cool. Blink Dagger on the way. Sand King is happy despite starting off as a support Sand King. He's actually getting there 23 minutes into the game. If the game goes other ways, like if your team ends up losing a lot of team fights, it can be really rough for a Sand King because it takes forever to get either the Arcane or that Blink Dagger up, but he's actually sitting fine right now. Level 10. Needs to get his ulti leveled up to increase the pulse damage, but looks like Pycat pushing out the top lane. He's one last hit away from the Lincoln Sphere, and here it comes for him. Gonna pick up one of those two last hits. This tower actually may go down. Do we have a glyph? There is a glyph ready to be popped. But I don't think they're going to pop it. Yeah, the glyph is popped. We'll see if there's a TP support. Need you TP support this. Morphling's going to get a free last hit. And there's the banish. Oh, great play by the OD. Is he going to get denied? He tries. He misses it. Banishes a little bit early there. Morphling waveforms out. Good attempt, but not able to snag it. Not doing nearly enough damage. Should hit it twice there, but a little bit of misestimation by Benser. Either way, at least you prevent the Morphling from getting it. Ooh, looks like Vengeful Spirit in a lot of trouble. Power shot as well as an SK. Great shackle. Going to clean it up. Morphling TPs to the bot lane. Looks like they were able to get a tower as well, so they traded a tower there. Shadow Shaman getting the last hit. All the wards getting cleaned up for gold, but not necessarily the best trade. They get a tower, but they lose two supports. On the bright side, Sand King is farmed up enough. And Cinnamon back in the mid lane. It's He's picking up an ultimate orb. He will be going for a sheep stick, guaranteed. Sheep stick going to be so useful against Morphling. The downside is they don't really have a lot of really good abilities that can deny. Actually, you know what they do? Nature's Prophet ulti is probably the best ability that the Radiant team has to just shut down that Linken's. It's kind of in some ways a waste of a Linken's, in my opinion. I feel like the Wrath of Nature, it does damage, but that's it, right? So this Linken Sphere, hypothetically is speaking, is going to block tops 400 damage from the Nature's Prophet ulti. Oh, SK's going in. There's the blink in. Here comes the stun as well, doing good damage. No pipe popped from the Beastmaster. That was on cooldown. The ulti as well from the OD. The roar goes down now on OD. And it looks like Shadow Shaman in some trouble. Morphling is going to be able to pick that up, I think. Yeah, there's a swap as well as a nice shackle. And there's the BKB now on the OD. Going to be cleaning up on Pycat, possibly doing decent damage, plus 97 damage. But he's taking decent physical. He cleans up the Crystal Maiden with a one hit. Vengeful Spirit gets the waveform off now. And he just needs to trade. Who's going to get the kill? It's going to be close. Pycat with the urn and one more hit. Ooh, Benser a little bit playing really, really careful there. SK comes through to disable the Linken's, but Beastmaster wants a kill. Great disable now. Beastmaster may survive, but the creep's doing decent damage to him, and are they going to get a TP? He may not need a TP on this. Urn not going to get the kill, 26 HP. There's a stun on the high ground, and Peppy will pick up the last hit, so not able to get the Morphling. OD playing that fight a little weird, but possibly flustered and or a little scared about a follow-up from someone else, so pretty damn even team fight there. OD gets a double kill, Morphling gets a double kill. Once again, the focus on the Rasta. Rasta still does not have his BKB. He really needs to get his up. Otherwise, he's going to have tons of trouble staying alive. He needs that magic immunity. And Nature's Prophet at up to 2,400 gold. Sheep Stick will be his goal. He will get there eventually. Ogre Club now on Sand King, going to be for his Black King bar. Once they get a lot of magic immunity against the Dire team, they're going to be sitting a lot more healthy. Roar, of course, does go through magic immunity, so we will continue to see Roars through the rest of the game going on heroes like OD, as well as Rasta and Sand King. But being able to just prevent the A ulti from stopping your heals, or Windrunner Shackles, or even Crystal Maiden's Frostbite, stopping that kind of stuff is really a big impact on the game. So Crystal Maiden now with one level of the Arcane Aura. We'll see if she goes for stats after this. Sometimes we see teams opt for those options. It's going to be a little bit of a stack here by Shadow Shaman. He is actually going to ward this, so it's a little bit of an interesting choice. We do see this sometimes. I would have maybe liked to see a third stack, but the downside is that Tulux cannot really tank this at all. These creeps doing tons of... Oh my god, he's going to get killed. Ooh, that was so close. Blinks out, barely surviving that. He almost got trapped in by those neutral creeps, and Notahack's actually able to grab all the EXP from this one now, since Shadow Shaman has to back up. But the ward's able to get the last hit, so this is basically just a trade. He says, I'm not going to be pushing anytime soon, so drop the wards, going to wait for the cooldown, and now we're able to get those two Ancient Creeps picked up. Someone needs a Basilius or something, man. There's just such low armor on Shadow Shaman. He's very, very low armor hero, and I think, yeah, okay, so Nature's Prophet does actually have one, so that'll be good. Oop, we're going to find a Cinderin. There's the Roar, there's the Cold Feet as well. Cold Feet going to go down to A ulti as well. That's guaranteed kill on Cinderin. He can buy back if he needs to, but they may lose his tier 1 tower mid now. As the Dire team pushes out, there's the clears, it's the Sentry as well. Shackle not going to land. Great blink there by Peppy. But likely to take this mid lane. He can buy back. You may want to save, though. He's so close to the Sheep Stick that spending 800 gold could be a big issue. There's a Yashan Morphling. Here comes the TPs. Like the TP location there for the OD. He's got his BKB ready to go. Look, there's a waveform up on the Morphling. Are they going to go on this? No shackle for OD. Thinking about the team, there's a swap. Here comes the stun as well. There's the BKB now. Clearing out the Crystal Maiden. Nature's Prophet coming in. Ooh, the big epicenter as well. Beastmaster about to get picked off. He does get cleared up. Windrunner running away now. And OD just cleaning Houseman. Morphling getting a double kill, but there's a triple kill on the OD. The damage is coming through. SK in trouble. AA is going to drop, though. Great stun from Sand King. Now trying to finish off Pycat. Waveform through. Might get him away, but a couple more hits. His HP is so high, he's actually going to banish himself. That was weird. I don't know if that was a mistake or what, but was possibly looking for a banish on Morphling. Morphling ends up surviving, though. Great play. Good team fights for the Radiant team. OD is just cleaning up, especially, look at this fact, Beastmaster, he's got a pipe, but the pure damage coming from OD's orb goes right through that, so, and even the epicenter is doing tons of damage to Beastmaster as well, like that, he got picked off heavily. That was a great epicenter from the Sand King, tons of AoE damage being done, and Cinderin immediately back to farming. It looks like he did buy back though, so he did buy back. He was alive during that team fight. He still had 20-second cooldown. He did not want to wait. Wanted to make sure he could contribute there with his mech as well as his Urd, and it was worth the gold. So they won the team fight. OD got a triple kill. That's exactly what they need to do. They want to get their hard carry as farmed as possible. And I'm expecting him to sell his Null Talisman, maybe pick up an Ultimate Orb. He will be going for a Sheep Stick afterwards. Almost guaranteed. Maybe a Shiva's, but I'd be really, really surprised. Almost guaranteed going to be a sheep. He might pick up the Mystic Staff right now, just because he does have a BKB, so his survivability is pretty high, and that'll give him very good damage as well. So once he does get that sheep, though, and once Nature's Prophet gets the sheep, that's going to be 2 sheeps for the Radiant team, and that's going to be very dangerous for Morphling. All they got to do is burn the Lincolns, and then they can sheep him for a very, very long time. He's unlikely to survive if he gets caught alone like that. So looks like they will take the mid tower, though. There's going to be a focus fire from Miracle. Waveform comes through, cleans up that gold easily. And the Dire team knows, I assume they realize that their time to win this game is falling short here. They do have to worry about that OD hard carry, and he does pick up the Mystic Staff, so plus 25 intelligence now. His ulti going to do tons of damage. He's at a 9 multiplier at the moment. Especially on heroes like Crystal Maiden, it's going to take out like half of Crystal Maiden's HP in an AoE. It's going to be really powerful. There's a smoke. Going to be changing directions, looking for a kill. They're going to find a Vengeful Spirit Illusion. That's actually Illusions fighting Illusions. That's pretty hilarious. Do they realize, is the real question. Illusion fight. They're both doing such little damage to each other. That's awesome. Ooh, Windrunner going to find Synderen. He will get the shackle off. A ulti coming through his little power shot. Will he TP out? It's going to be a little dangerous for him. He cannot pop his mech now. It's the important part. There's the cold feet. Synderen will get roared as well, so that's a guaranteed kill. Great gank going down. Smoke is paying off. Radiant team did have a ward up, but looks like there's a sentry. I don't know if they spotted that, though. Apparently they did not. An OD in the jungle now going to clean up. A couple neutrals. He's got to be careful. Does not want to get fought or picked off now, especially now that Synderen gets killed. He does have enough for his Mystic Staff at least, but still needs another 875 to guarantee his Manta Style. BKB up on Shadow Shaman now, so he's going to be doing significantly better. Shadow Shaman is the go-to hero to kill, but with his magic immunity, it's going to have to be Morphling trying to pick him off with his high physical damage, hitting for 163 right now. Max agility. He's got his Manta Style completed as well, so he will definitely be able to hop into these team fights and do tons of physical damage to that Shadow Shaman. It's not quite at ridiculous levels, but once he gets his next item, it will be. Not a Hex level 10. 3 levels of Vengeance Aura. Kind of an interesting skill build. Ooh, and that's going to be double damage on Morphling. They want to have a team fight. At the very least, he could replicant one of his allies, jump in, do a bunch of damage, and get out. He may get chain stunned, but I think he might be able to pull this off. He's looking for somebody to cast it on. He's probably talking to his team. Is he just going to backdoor this? Looks like the Dire team is thinking about it. They're going to clear the creep wave. Beastmaster will pick this up. He's going to start two-shotting these melee creeps. This reveals what the Dire team wants to do, so Radiant team will be in action now. Treant's going to scout a couple things out first. Synderen's still no Sheepstick. That has got to be such a big detriment to his build. He definitely expected to have by now. There's the Treant's taking some damage. Easy, easy kills. 4 staff on Windrunner now. And here comes the push through. The DD is gone. Sentry Ward is down. So they don't have to screw around with an SK, possibly Burrow Strike in mid-team fight. And there's the 4 staff forward by the Beastmaster. I don't know why they did that. That was a little weird. He's going for the Necro 3. Nature's Prophet ultis. 2 legs going in. There's the BKB. Here come the wards. He's going to ward trap. He does catch the Beastmaster. Doesn't even get a roar off. Great ulti from OD. Now Pycat trying to do as much damage as possible to Shadow Shaman. He's going to get stunned through by the SK. SK will save him. And he is morphing into strength. He's going to waveform through and end up surviving by Synderen in the middle of the team fight. He does have his mech. He's going to pop it any second here. Keep his allies up. Yeah, he saved it for 2 legs. Very, very nice save there for for the Synderen. And Peppy coming in through. Lincoln's has been disabled on the Morphling. Swap now. Great shackle. Aki in some trouble. There's the ulti. Oh, Pycat may end up going down. He's transferring everything, but will it be enough? Oh, he sends back. Great play there, using his replicant to teleport. So hard to kill Morphling. And it looks like Windrunner will survive. There's a TP in from Synderen predicting Windrunner to be there, but now they know. She went over here and teleported. We're going to see a pause from Synderen. And another great team fight from mTw. I love how they started that off. Nature's Prophet started the ulti. 2 legs blinks in. BKB's ward traps. They kill the Beastmaster immediately. He doesn't even get a roar off. He doesn't even get to pop his pipe. That is the hero to pick off. He was a little too far forward there. And immediately, OD ulti comes through, does tons of AoE damage, and then they just pick off the support heroes at that point. And they were able to keep the Shadow Shaman alive, despite the Morphling going all in on him. So, mTw just outplaying right now. They are playing so good. Looks like TeamSpeak is dead or something, so it's going to take a second. We'll see if they change the Skype or something. That is probably what's going to happen. Such good plays so far. Holy crap, man. Alright, looks like OD with that Mystic Staff. Going to be going for the Sheep Stick. Still working on it. Does he have any items yet is the question. No, nothing on the shop yet. So he still is about to get the Ultimate Orb, and he will be going for that Void Stone up next. $3,500 gold on Nature's Prophet, so he does have his Sheep Stick. I'm pretty sure that's enough. He's about 50 gold short, but he's very close. $1,000 gold on the Shadow Shaman now. People want to see creep kills? I'll show you the creep kills. There they are. 148 on Nature's Prophet, 148 OD, 117 Shadow Shaman, 82 on Sand-King, 197 on Morphling, 129 Beastmaster, and 126 on Windrunner. Sorry about that. I should have shown them to you guys. But let's look at the gold graph as well. Another thing to check out. 4K gold advantage. Let's see if the EXP graph is working. It is not. I believe there's a button I can press. F5? F6? Difference in gold in. F7, there we go. Difference in EXP earned. So now the Radiant team is back in a level advantage as a result. See, look at these. You can tell right here, right where the big chunks of kills happen, that's where the graph shifts. So look at all of these kills right here. mTw getting like a 5 kill advantage, plus a tower, boosts up their EXP by a giant margin. And now all of a sudden the Radiant team's finally in an EXP advantage, which is pretty sweet. So, interesting graph. More tools. And if we look at the gold earned, man, who cares? 4K advantage, that means nothing when you have 50K. So, pretty awesome game so far, I must say. Look at some more fun little data. 435 gold per minute on Morphling. He's beating out everybody in the game. OD actually pretty close though, which is pretty good considering he doesn't have an AoE. But once all these Sheep Sticks come through, it's going to be really tough for CLG to win this. Especially if Beastmaster keeps getting picked off at the start. He's just not nearly tanky enough. He almost needs raw HP more than anything else. I do like that he's getting Necro 3 though. That's actually going to help him a lot against the OD ulti. Will reduce the damage done there. Game will be resumed eventually, I promise. Alright, so I think that's about it. Game will be resumed shortly as soon as they get the audio up. There's 2 heroes down. Morphling very, very low HP, but he's going to be returning to the base shortly. Where is he at, actually? It says he's right here, but I do not see him. Apparently he's morphing strength currently. Or morphing some stats. So what's basically going to happen now is Radiant team going to go into a push. They have all 5 heroes up. They want a giant team fight there. And now they're going to be transitioning this. If they can get into the base before Crystal Maid is alive, they have a slight advantage there. There isn't like crap loads of team fight. I mean, there will be an AA ulti, of course, doing good damage as well as roars and stuff, but mTw very likely to push this now. The resume goes. And here we go. There's the Urn on Synderen. Possibly going to sell an item, who knows. Pick up his Sheep Stick. SK going to clear the creep wave. Cosmic Finale, man. Holy crap. So good. Ooh, they're actually going to back up, so they're deciding not to go for it. There's a stack from earlier. It's going to be picked up by mTw. And it looks like they're going to let Synderen clean that one up for his Sheep Stick. And they will just back up. I think this is also smart, though. By the time they would have gotten there, Crystal Maiden would have been respawned. They would have been maybe right here. And this way they're able to take out some Ancients and things like that. Get a slight head start on farming over the enemy team. Which will be reflected by a very slight nudge in gold earned for them right now. There's the Necro 3 picked up. Nature's Prophet. Scythe of Vice, ready to go. 3.5 second disable. Such a good ability. Force Staff down to the low ground. There's the Ultimate Orb for the OD. They're not going to wait to push until he gets his Sheep Stick. It's about 500 gold away from his. And Vengeful Spirit, nothing really new for her. Just a bunch of wards. Tons of support items. Very great support items. Sentries as well as Observer wards and some smoke. Ooh, he might run into the enemy team. This is the best hero to lose to this. But he's actually going to back up. The Sentry ward has been popped. I think they actually can see them. I'm not quite sure. He dropped the Sentry down. Yeah, there it is. See? He dropped the Sentry down. They had a ward up. And as soon as he dropped the Sentry and they got to this position, he saw them. I assume. Maybe they didn't. There's pings now. They did see this ward die for sure. I assume. They're going for the Roshan though. Alright, can they pick it off in time? They're doing tons of damage though. Ooh, look at Pycat. All agility right now. Plus 127. It's going to be throwing down some beast adaptive strikes, but they will pick off the Roshan. He's going to grab this Aegis here, and they're going to have some crazy team fights. So he's going to transfer back City, and we'll see how what he thinks is the safe range. It's going to about 1600, 1800. Here's the initiation. BKB's popped. The ward trap goes down. And once again, they're trying to pick off the Beastmaster. They may be able to do it. There's a nice force staff that's going to spread them out just a little bit. There's a sheep, though, and they will be able to pick him off with the ulti. Cleaning off the Beastmaster at the start of the team fight. Aki in some trouble. They are able to kill the Sand King before he gets his ulti off. He may buy back. He doesn't have the gold, though. Waveform comes through. Going after the Ancient Apparition next, and while OD is just cleaning up, going after Morphling now. Needs some stuns. He's got a Linken's in 2 seconds, so he may be able to... Yep, there's the disable. Hex does not happen. There's the banish. Are we going to see the stun? Need the stun to happen. There's the stun, and they do get it off, and that's it for Pycat. Pycat getting picked off. Aegis of the Immortal. And here comes the follow-up. He will be trying to waveform through. Here comes the waveform. The Hex goes down. Great Hex. Couple attacks, and they are going to be able to get him. Double kill now, killing Morphling 2 times. mTw taking their gold advantage. They have 2 sheeps. It is so much disable. Outworld Destroyer able to afford his sheep now, but gonna have to wait for the courier to bring that to him. Bot lane is pretty heavily pushing here, but I think mTw is just gonna possibly ulti that one. Nature's Prophet ulti can clean that up easily. Maybe not easily, but do plenty of damage here. See if they do notice. Tower now taking the damage. And they are. Dire's going to lift this up. Radiant team not paying attention to their bot tower. They're focusing on other places. A ulti coming through to do some damage. But we'll land on a few heroes. And still no ulti pop. They're going to lose the tier 1 tower on the bot lane. Not responding to it. AA does go down. I'm sorry, the Crystal Many goes down. Not a Hex will be frozen as well, but the DD, or I'm sorry, the BKB on OD doing lots of damage. They pick off the Beastmaster. Morphling is still dead though. Sindri trying to do as much as possible. The Windrunner. Windrunner wants to kill. There's a nice banish. Here comes the power shot. It's a little too early though. And there's the Wave of Terror as well as the disable. Great play by mTw. Once again, not a Hex is going to survive. Perhaps is this Necro 3 going to get the kill? One more hit coming. And no, he's going to stay alive. Great plays. Keeping everybody alive. mTw have been playing really amazing this game. Keeping all of their low HP heroes up as long as possible. Here comes the Sheep Stick. There's the Urn. And they are going to push up again. Here comes the initiation. Morphling doing as much damage as he can to Tulex. There's the Manta Split. He gets the kill at least. Going now on A. Epicenter cleans up that Ancient Apparition. Synderen backing up, and here comes the TP support. It's going to be a Crystal Maiden. There's another waveform, and they actually do get the OD. 695 gold. That is so much gold. Going after Cinder now. Stun going to catch 2 heroes. He goes invisible. Actually blinks on out. Great play there, Repepi. And Morphling going to be looking for that one. Waveforms 2 will not find him. Great juking by the Sand King now. And he can go invisible and juke this one out. 3 seconds left on the blink there. He's got a BKB back at home. Oh, the Axe is good blink. Nice TP. I like his playstyle. Ooh, not going to get disabled. They actually did have a Frostbite. Could have gotten him, but he was a little outside of range there, so not able to snag it. And it looks like Morphling is going for the Ethereal Blade. Picks up the Ghost Scepter there. This is going to allow him to do some Shotgun Blast. And by Shotgun, it means you drop the Ethereal Blade. What Ethereal Blade does out here, I can show you in the shop. So Ethereal Blade here converts you and your target into ethereal form, so you and your opponent, if you're ethereal guys, you take extra damage from magic, and they are slowed and they cannot attack or be attacked, but it also does a nuke. So it makes him ethereal, does a damage nuke based on how much agility he has, and then he throws his other nukes down. So this basically allows him to do crap loads of magic damage to one target. And the heroes he's going to be going on, most likely Shadow Shaman if BKB is not up, Vengeful Spirit definitely a possibility, and even Sand King or OD. So if they can catch anybody out of position, I mean, I think CLG's problem this entire game is they've never had the initiation. It's always been initiation on them. Rexar, does he ever roar initiate? It hasn't happened in forever. He's always the one to get jumped on, and I think that's partially as well because none of them have blink daggers. They're fighting up against a Rasta with a blink. They have an SK with a blink. They have an OD with a Force Staff, and even a Nature's Prophet can teleport in. There's just so many more initiate possibilities coming out of mTw here that they can always pick and choose the team fights and start them off the correct way, which is always going to be on top of a Beastmaster. He's been like trying to run in on team fights and just hasn't happened. Oop, there's the disable. Hex goes down. Shackle as well. Gonna have 4-second duration there, and there's the sheep going down next. This pig has water coming out of him everywhere. There's tons of stuns as well, but he does get the morph off, so he's still survivable. Waveforms into the trees. Nice play there, and he is likely to survive. So good play by Pycat. Morph is really, really hard to kill. Just has to transfer all of his agility to strength, constantly gaining HP, and then he waveforms into the trees, teleports out. Nice play there. He actually does have his Ethereal Blade, just needs to go buy that Eagle Song. And the rest of the heroes pushing up the mid lane. Sand King on the mid lane to defend this up to level 17. He's got his BKB. Has he even used it yet? Hasn't used his BKB yet. A little bit of drawing on the map, expecting the heroes to be in their jungle. Tranquil Boots picked up by Vengeful Spear. Very late Tranquil Boots, but they still can be useful in team fights. If you stop taking damage, you can heal up in that 10-second period of time. They will actually kill the Greater Hawk. Nice play. And there's the smoke popped. Gonna be looking for a team fight now. Once again, lots of hexes, lots of BKBs on mTw. Not a hex maybe leading the way. It's got a level 2 nether swap, so can catch anybody out of position. It looks like the Dire team is actually in their jungle, so they're probably going to go check out their jungle while the Dire team hangs out in their jungle. Hanging out in each other's jungles, switching sides. They're not going to find anybody. The ward does go down, so nice ward placement. They need to win a big team fight. If mTw gets a semi-one-sided team fight, it's going to be a Rex, or even just a slight advantage in team fight. We don't have buyback on Morphling, so if Morphling dies, not good for him. He's going to transfer some strength because they don't know where the enemy team is. They're a little worried that there is a smoke gang coming, and now it is revealed where the Radiant team is. They're pushing up the mid lane. Mid lane's pushing up. They use the Treants to do that. Nice play there by Cinderin. So he got ready for this mid push. A ulti's going to try to slow this down a little bit, and it will land on the Ross, but the wards drop. Damage being done a little early on the wards. Pretty big mistake there by Tulex. Going to be able to clean up these wards pretty easily there. That was a pretty big mistake. He's going to have to back up now. Pycat looking for the kill. There's the Ethereal, and nice Adaptive Strike going down as well. Great play by Pycat, taking advantage of the low HP. Possibly going to catch the Vengeful Spirit as well. Not going to get a Shackle, need another Disable. Adaptive Strike in 2 seconds. Here's the waveform. Here's the Adaptive Strike any second now. Any second now. Okay, it's just a mini stun. I come in peace. He is going to get Shackled though, and that's going to guarantee his death, so great play. Level 2 Necronomicon, so now it's the Dire's team to push. No buyback for Shadow Shaman, so they're going to have to try to defend this one. Ward's a little weird. Shadow Shaman being too aggressive there. Dropping the wards down. That lost his team to push right there, that one little mistake. And Cinderin's going to try to do some counter pushing as well as pushing out the other lanes in the meantime. And it looks like Dire team actually just going to back up and continue farming, so... Morphling may go for a Butterfly next. I'm expecting that to be his item choice at least. And Cinderin going to swing back to base. Hang out there for a second, buying some items. Perhaps he's up to 3k gold now. We'll see what he grabs next. Could go Shiva's. Probably not Shiva's. Probably going to be a damage item. Maybe something like an Orchid would actually be really smart. Orchid against a Morphling. He's actually going to go for a Ghost Scepter. Interesting. Is he going to get an Ethereal? Probably not. But with that Ghost Scepter, he now can... dodge any attacks that Morphling throws at him. In some ways, he's going to have to worry about the nukes, the Adaptive Strike, the waveform doing tons of damage, but at the very least, he will not have to worry about the auto attacks. And luckily for mTw, CLG didn't feel like pushing in on that one. They killed the Vengeful Spirit, they killed the Shadow Shaman. They didn't force a buyback or anything. They will find an Observer Ward, so a nice little counter word there by Aki. And Peppy, nothing new either. 2k gold he's saving for buyback. Pretty much everybody at this point wants to save for buyback. If somebody gets picked off, it's going to be 5v4 team fight, and that could lose you the game. Or at the least, it could cause a Rax, which could make it much harder for you to come back. Neither team has lost a Rax yet. There's still a tower missing on the mid lane, so there's that advantage, but both teams have to be very, very careful at this point. It's 44 minutes of the game. It's a very late game. OD does craploads of damage. He actually picks up an Aghanim Scepter, so I haven't clicked on him in a while. Sorry about that, but... Aghanim Scepter, a smart choice at this point. A fast Aghanim Scepter on OD, not worth the gold, but at this point of the game, Aghanim Scepter contributes lots of HP, gives him 390 HP, which is a nice buff. It also increases his ulti multiplier by 1. It's actually a pretty crappy Aghanim Scepter for the fact that it barely increases the damage that your ult does. Apparently increases casting range though, so that's kind of cool, I guess. Casting range and damage multiplier. The damage multiplier gives you very, very little damage increase. It also does give you 10 intelligence, so in that sense it does increase your damage and your mana pool and your ulti damage, but still. It's not a very good ulti. I think it's a smart choice in this case because the HP buff is nice, but Tuluk's gonna get picked off by Morphling. Easy pick up there. Yeah, Morphling actually a very, very good hero against Rasta, and the OD coming through, he's gonna immediately leave, and as you can see, Arcane Orb does tons of bonus damage against illusions or summoned units. That's why those illusions got one shot. And he does leave, so this is what Morphling can do at this point. He's got the Ethereal Blade, he's got a Linken's as well as a Manta, so he has lots of survivability. He can basically pick off solo heroes really easily. And Rasta's armor is so disgustingly low, even if he pops the Black King Bar, it doesn't matter. Because the Black King Bar is not going to keep him alive. The physical damage will just burn right through him, so we might actually even see CLG coming back from this. Gold Graph is peaking back down more towards 5k, and if we look at the gold... the last hits farmed, Pycat up to 300 now. And there was a period of time where he wasn't that much higher above his allies, they seem to remember. But he's up to 300 gold, 12, 2, and 8 he's going to be continuing to carry the rest of the game. Since he's got that Ethereal Blade, doing very good. And he's going to pick up a BKB. I really like this item decision here. Not only does this give him a little bit more strength, the damage is nice, but the magic immunity is going to be so important. When you're magic immune, OD cannot orb you, he cannot ulti you, you cannot get sheeped, and since they have so many sheep, this is by far the best way to go. Creep Wave will be pushed on through. mTw not looking nearly as strong as they were in the past. They're thinking about going on the Morphling, but he is going to have that BKB, so they need perfect chain stuns to take him out. There's a haste rune on the bot lane. Dire team looking to pick that up. Actually, they're going to be looking to go for a Roshan. Ice Vortex, possibly scouting out the Treant. And there's the haste. He's going to be going for a kill. Makes a replicant. He can leave if he needs to. Radiant team does not know he's here. The Hawk is scouting out. That was the OD giving vision. There's no way he can kill the OD solo, though. OD's HP too good. Pycat still looking for a kill. He's going to find a Treant. Radiant team probably knows what he's doing here. Literally, he's just trying to take a kill. Oop, there's the Ethereal Blade. And he's going to swing on out. He's trying to force the BKB, but he did not actually press the BKB there. But you see how much damage he took? That was like 500 damage from a single item. So it's like a Dagon, more or less. A really powerful Dagon, that is. Morphling going to clear out all vision. 293 damage, plus 34. So much agility on this Morphling. Oh, I hear a swap. It's going to be on an Ancient Apparition. They will find impossible stun coming from the SK as well. Nature's Prophet teleporting in. It's going to be a good start to the team fight for mTw. One Morphling coming through, looking for a kill. There's the ulti as well. Peppy not yet channeling his ulti. He's going to back up here. There's the Roar as well going on the OD while he was BKB. That's going to keep Pycat alive just barely here. Great save there. The ulti comes through as well on OD, and they're going to pick up the Crystal Maiden, but mTw Benzer is in a lot of trouble. He's going to clean up, though. Barely survives. He bandages himself at 64 HP. If they can kill the Windrunner, that's going to be huge. And it looks like he's going to survive, probably. He's going to... Oh, he gets picked off. Windrunner gets the attack off. Great play by the Windrunner, but even still, ultra kill on Vengeful Spirit. Are you kidding me? What the hell just happened? Late game, ultra kill, 35-27. They lost to Rasta. They lost to OD. Great plays from both teams, but that's a 5-man wipe for the Dire team. We do not have buyback. 70-second cooldown there. And that's going to be a Rax, probably. There is the Fortify. No gold on anybody. Yeah, 0 gold. 0 gold. No gold anywhere. Crystal Maiden buying a Black King Bar recipe. That's a mistake. Is there a Mithril Hammer? There's nothing. Why would you buy the recipe if you don't have the items and it's buyback time? I think that's a pretty big mistake there. Going on the top lane now, there will be an A ulti, but HP is very, very healthy. Hyperstone on the Sand King. That's how farmed we are in this game. Clearing the top tower. Going for the melee barracks next. And this all started off because the Ancient Apparition got caught out of position. That's what both teams are waiting for. They will get the melee barracks. They may back off after this. Peppy is going to do some Caustic Finale. Easy kills here. God, so much AoE damage from that. And that is a double Rex, guys. One pick off. The team fight started in a good team fight for the Radiant team, and they get a double Rex. And all of a sudden, this game is not close at all. They will be trying to pick off the Roshan, but we will see what happens. Tons of cash on Syndred right now. Up to 5k. I would love to see him go for an Ethereal Blade, but I know it's horrible. It's not going to happen, but I would love to see it. I would actually really like to see him get a damage item. Maybe something like a Monkey King Bar, I think would be really cool. Monkey King Bar would be wonderful against Windrunner. You can attack her through the Windrun. Also, if the Morphling, by some freak chance, happens to get farm up a Butterfly before this game is over, he's going to be looking really good as well. But Beastmaster Illusion in the back. There's the pipe up for the Beastmaster still. And it's going to be a fight over Roshan now. SK Illusion on the high ground, but it does get sheeped. Yes, it was sheeped. I don't even know she had a sheep stick, but when illusions die instantaneously, that's what's happening. Great Shackle. Gonna see a power shot as well. That was a little weird. A little delayed there. Cinderin in position, though. Pycat gonna back up just a little bit. 1,500 gold on him. God, he has so much armor. Holy crap, 37 armor. That is ridiculous. There's going to be a swap, though, on the Beastmaster. The hero to pick off Night of Hex may have to sacrifice his life for this one. Trying to stay alive if possibly. Still up there, and Morphling will clean him up slowly. Picks off Miracle, but the ulti comes through from Peppy. Not doing any damage, going to do a little bit to the Windrunner at least. But the BKB up on the Morphling is allowing him to do a ton of damage. Tulux doing tons as well. Ancient Apparition drops down. The ulti from the Crystal Maiden almost picking up Peppy, but they clean him up. Ulti as well, trying to pick off Pycat before he survives, but no, he's going to go down. And that's going to be the end of the game. 5-0 there. mTw wiping them out. That's going to be a Rex guaranteed there, and that's good game called. Pycat not able to carry the game on the Morphling. Great plays by mTw. They played a really wonderful game. Some moderate mistakes by Tulux in the mid game there, throwing away his life mid, dropping those wards down when his team was not quite in position, but they still were able to pull through with great plays, picking off those low HP heroes. Beastmaster not able to contribute this game, surprisingly. And going with the not very common OD pick, but always fun to see that stuff. Shiva's now probably going to be the next OD pick, but it doesn't matter. They win the game. Great plays from mTw. What a wonderful game. Alright, I'll be back in just a second, guys. We have another game coming up. It's going to be Quantic versus Dignitas, I believe. So don't go anywhere. My name is Purge. I'm a Gosu Gamers caster. Go check out gosugamers.net for all of your esports coverage and Gosu betting. And if you want to see more from me, go check out my website, purgegamers.com. I make YouTube videos. I do coaching. I have lots of great guides and things like that. I'll be back in a second. Don't go anywhere.